The color of the room is the color of the heart. Quiet, red. It's already shaded, it's heavy on the wall. I'm waiting for the silence to fall. Shining sheets cool against the skin. Where the night ends and we begin. No street lights getting through the blind, leaving a heavy world behind. It's a different spectrum, a different hue. Nothing in here is cold or blue. I don't need a word to know you're there. I can feel the static in the air. Breathing in, soft red silence. Beautiful into the day's violence. It covers us up like a second sheet, slowing down the rhythm of the beat. Safe inside the spectrum of the glow. Watching the heavy minutes move slow. Nothing to fix, nothing to balance, just us in the soft red silence. Shadows of pain and shapes on the bed, lost in the sea of the deep red. I close my eyes but I see the light burning through the eyelids of the night. We are statues in a gallery of heat, where the body and the spirit meet, quietly blooming in the heavy gloom, the only living things in the room. So quiet, not empty, it's well. Soft red silence, a beautiful into the day's violence. It covers us up like a second sheet, slowing down the rhythm of the beat. Safe inside the spectrum of the glow. Watching the heavy minutes move slow. Nothing to fix, nothing to balance, just us in the soft red silence. Soft red silence, beautiful into the day's violence. It covers us up like a second sheet, slowing down the rhythm of the beat. Safe inside the spectrum of the glow. Watching the heavy minutes move slow. Nothing to fix, nothing to balance, just us in the soft red silence. My hand is moving on the velvet plane, a silent remedy for the pain. The friction is soft, the sound is low. Watching the shadows begin to grow. I don't need to say what I wanna do. My fingers are spelling it out to you. A language written on the duvet cover, from one silent lover to another. The skin is listening, the ears are dead, turning off the voices in the head, reaching out. Touch without noise, we don't need the volume, we don't need the toys. The rustle of the sheet is a symphony, playing for you and playing for me. Sensation is the king of the midnight hour, blooming like a dark and silent flower. Everything is balanced, everything is poised, just a touch without noise. I trace the outline in a moody haze, navigating through the sensory maze. The satin is cool, the skin is warm, safe inside the center of the storm. It's a whisper on a nerve, a ghost on the arm, keeping us safe from the outside harm. We communicate with the pressure and slide, with nowhere left to run and nowhere to just breath. The song is about non-verbal communication, focuses on the breath element. The CMFM G7C and progression is classic Nora R&B. The language is clumsy, the language is loud. We are drifting on a silent cloud. I read the rhythm of the air you take, a promise that you'll never break. Lips are sealed but the signal is strong. This is exactly where we belong. Oxygen is all we need. No words, just breath. A silence deeper than a little death. Inhale the shadow, exhale the light, filling up the corners of the lonely nights. The rhythm of the lungs is the only sound, anchoring our bodies to the solid ground. Nothing to explain, nothing to bequest. No words, just breath. I listen to the air moving in the throat. Simple melody, a single note. The red light washes over the skin, where the physical trouble begins. We communicate in a code of air, stripped of the noise and the despair. Close your eyes and let the phrases fade, enjoying the quiet that we have made. Just breath. A silence deeper than a little death. Inhale the shadow, exhale the light, filling up the corners of the lonely night. The rhythm of the lungs is the only sound, anchoring our bodies to the solid ground. Nothing to explain, nothing to bequest. No words, just breath. Words, just breath. The temperature is rising in the bed, melting the ice inside of the head. I close my eyes to shut the city out, erasing every shadow of a doubt. The crimson light is heavy on the face, slowing down the frantic mental pace. My skin is drinking in the ruby glow, letting the heavy thoughts finally go. When the blood is warm, the head is clear. There is no room for the panic here. Feeling good.
Warm skin, quiet mind, leaving the heavy baggage far behind. The heat is a blanket, the heat is a drug, safe inside the center of the rug. I focus on the temperature alone, turning off the ringer on the phone. It's the only peace that I can't ever find. Just warm skin and a quiet mind.
I rest my hand on the beating heart, watching the anxiety depart, suspended in the ember and the heat, making the isolation feel sweet. I don't need to think, I don't need to solve, The heavy world is so. The contrast of the cool sheet and the hot pain, washing away the memory of the rain. So warm.
So warm. Slowing, quiet pace. Leaving the heavy baggage far behind. The heat is a blanket, the heat is a drug. Safe inside the center of the rug. I focus on the temperature alone. Turning off the ringer on the phone. It's the only peace that I can ever find. Just warm skin and a quiet mind.
Be confused.
Volume down. The best feeling in the town.
So quiet.
Warm skin, quiet mind. Leaving the heavy baggage far behind. The heat is a blanket, the heat is a drug. Safe inside the center of the rug. I focus on the temperature alone. Turning off the ringer on the phone. It's the only peace that I can ever find. Just warm skin and quiet mind. Slowing down. Slowing down.
Finally, I check the pulse against the satin sheet, counting the seconds between the beat. The room is dim, the focus is soft, holding the heavy feelings aloft. No racing thoughts, no panic rise, just a heavy lids on the eyes. The red light softens the edges of the wall, making the chaotic world feel small. The panic is gone, the race is run, orbiting a different kind of sun. Slowing down, slow heartbeat, dim room, flower opening in the quiet gloom. I count the moments between the beats, surrendering to the wave of the heat. No rushing forward, no looking back, just a steady movement on the ruby track. The most honest sound that I can't consume. Just a slow heartbeat in a dim room. I feel the vibration travel through the bed, calming the noise inside the head. The atmosphere is thick, a velvet wrap, closing the distance of the mental gap. We are syncing up with the hum of the air, suspended in the silence of the crimson flare. I am the keeper of this quiet pace, safe inside the boundaries of this space.
Stay, oh heartbeat.
Slow heartbeat in room, a flower opening in the quiet gloom. I count the moments between the beats, surrendering to the wave of the heat. No rushing forward, no looking back, just a steady movement on the ruby track. The most honest sound that I can consume. Just a slow heart. breathe in a dim room. Dim, dim. Dim. The space between us is a paper thin. I can feel the heat radiating from the skin. Don't break the spell with a clumsy phrase. Let's get lost in the burgundy haze. Your breath is hitting the side of my neck, keeping the wild emotions in check. If you speak now, the glass will break, and that is a risk I don't wanna take. Closer than a shadow, closer than a ghost. This is the feeling that matters the most. Don't let go. Stay close, don't speak. I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling weak. The proximity is heavy, the air is thick. The heart is beating like a metronome click. We are communicating in the silent zone. Two bodies sitting on a velvet throne. This is the highest level we can reach. Stay close and don't speak. I lock my eyes on the curve of the chin, watching the shadows settle in. The red light makes us look like a blur. I'm not sure who is him or who is her. We merge together in the low light, hiding from the morning, hiding from the night. Gravity is pulling us into the bed, silencing the voices in the head. Just this time and place. Stay close, don't speak. I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling weak. The proximity is heavy, the air is thick. The heart is beating like a metronome click. We are communicating in the silent zone. Two bodies sitting on a velvet throne. This is the highest level we can reach. Stay close and don't speak. Fate. The shadows are hiding the expression on my face, providing a safe and a secret place. I've been holding this inside for a year, waiting for the atmosphere to clear. The red light acts like a confessional screen where I can be heard but I can't be seen. My voice is shaking, my hands are cold, preparing for the story to be told. I whisper it into the velvet air, hoping that you are really there. Here it goes. Low light confession, my obsession, my possession. I spill the truth on a satin sheet, laying it down at your feet. Darkness makes it easier to say for a little bit of traction, but you stay silent in the ruby glow, letting the heavy moments flow. The secret is out, floating in the room, mixing with the perfume and the gloom. I feel lighter now, I feel free, even if you don't agree. Told you, told you, told you, told you, told you. No take backs this time. The truth has won. I said it low like confession. My obsession, my possession. I spill the truth on the satin sheet, laying it down at your feet. Darkness makes it easier to say the things we hide in the light of day. It's a heavy burden, a heavy lesson, just a low light confession. True. It doesn't wash off. It sticks like ink. Yeah. The crimson stain is deep in the pores. I'm not the same person I was before. I lie back and let the color soak, hiding inside of the heavy glow. It's clinging to the neck, clinging to the hair, a physical weight in the empty air. The morning sun can try to break in, but it can't penetrate the second skin. I carry the darkness like a heavy coat, a silent scream caught in the throat. Die deep. The night stays on me, a permanent mark that the eyes can't see. The room is gone, but the feeling remains, running like ink through the blue veins. I wash my face, but the shadow stays, counting the nights and ignoring the days. A beautiful curse that I can't flee. The night stays on me. I look at my hands in the morning light, but they still look like they belong to the night. The saturation is turned up high, a filter that will never die. I walk through the world in a red haze, lost in the center of the midnight maze. The silence is sticky, the silence is sweet, wrapping around the hands and the feet. Solo and forever, the more of the dark, it stays. The night stays on me, a permanent mark that the eyes can't see. The room is gone, but the feeling remains, running like ink through the blue veins. I wash my face, but the shadow stays, counting the nights and ignoring the day. A beautiful curse that I can't flee. The night stays on me. Stay. Yeah. anymore. The edges of the body are starting to fade, dissolving in the shadow that the silence made. I sink into the mattress deep, halfway to wake and halfway to sleep. The red light acts like a heavy erasure, removing the lines of the facial feature. I'm slipping through the cracks of the floor. I'm not a solid object anymore. Gravity is losing its hold on the room. I'm a ghost flower beginning to bloom, fading out. Close enough to disappear, slipping through the atmosphere. The boundary line is gone, the self is erased, lost in the warmth of the crimson embrace. I don't wanna be found, I don't wanna be seen, just a pixel of light in the middle of the dream. The ultimate freedom is the loss of the fear, close enough to disappear. I blend with the fabric, I blend with the air, leaving behind the worry and care. Invisible, weightless, and perfectly still, bending the reality to my will. The ego is a heavy coat that I drop, asking the spinning world to stop. I am the silence, I am the pause, existing without an effect or a cause. Slipping through the atmosphere. The boundary line is gone, the self is erased, lost in the warmth of the crimson embrace. I don't wanna be found, I don't wanna be seen, just a pixel of light in the middle of the dream. The ultimate freedom is the loss of the fear, close enough to disappear. Clear. Clear. Oh. Hey. The numbers on the clock have turned the page, but I am stuck in the same cage. The satin is warm, the light is low, watching the shadows come and go. The silence didn't kill me, it made me strong, proving that I belong. The red light is a capsule, a time machine, preserving the details of the midnight scene. Time moves forward, time moves on, but the feeling I have isn't dead and gone. Staying put after midnight, still here, holding on to the atmosphere. The city is quiet, the streets are dead, but I'm alive in the crimson red. I'm guarding the feeling, guarding the space, memorizing the lines of this secret place. The hours are passing, the shadows are near, but after midnight, I'm still here. I am not empty, I am not cold. I am a story that is waiting to be told. The exposure was long, the exposure was deep. A promise that the body is gonna keep. Static and still like a photograph, dividing the timeline in half and half. I wait for the dawn, but I love the dark, leaving a permanent, invisible mark. Quiet, the streets are dead, but I'm alive in the crimson red. I'm guarding the feeling, guarding the space, memorizing the lines of this secret place. The hours are passing, the shadows are near, but after midnight, right here, still after midnight, still here, holding on to the atmosphere. The city is quiet, the streets are dead, but I'm alive in the crimson red. I'm guarding the feeling, guarding the space, memorizing the lines of this secret place. The hours are passing, the shadows are near, but after midnight, I'm still here.
Still.